Hello everyone, here is Yao. Today I would like to share the way of learning round of number, which is up to nearest thousand. So for rounding, it means to make the number simpler but keeping its value close to what it is. For example, if we try to round off the number 29 to nearest 10, the answer will be 30 because it is closer to 30 rather than 20. And now let's try to recall back the previous rounding of number that we learned before, which is to nearest 10 and also to nearest 100. And there is a new way here to round off the number, which is to nearest 1000. And now we try to look at the number after rounding off. So for nearest 10, after rounding off the number, the last digit of the answer, it must be 0. If for the question nearest 100, after we round off the number, the answer will be 20 for the last 2 digits. And we know that for 1000, the number must contain at least 4 digits, right? So if we do the rounding off, the last 3 digits must be 02. And we know that actually for this topic, it might be a little bit difficult for some students to master it because they must decide whether the number need to round up or round down. And to make the student more understand, usually teacher will use the number line to show the number is closer to which value. So now I will try to modify this number line to a semi-concrete material to make the lesson fun, which is by using climbing mountain method. So a hill is prepared with a toy car which represents the digit that need to be rounding, and we can place the toy car on the uphill or at the downhill to observe the direction of the car slide down. Okay, so now I will try to apply this material to some example. For the first example is rounding off number, which is 2307 to the nearest 1000. So for the first step, we need to determine the rounding place and underline it. And for this question, it requires to round off number to nearest 1000. And now we write down the number and underline the rounding place, which is 1000, and the value is 2. And we know that the question needs us to round off the number to nearest 1000, which means that we need to keep the last 3 digits but written as 0. So I wrote 30 there. And from here we can know that the answer either will be 2000 if did not round up, or 3000 if it is round up. So I jot down the number there. And next we will look to the next digit of rounding place, which is also the decision place. So for the next number place is 100, and for the digit is 3. And this means we need to put the toy car at the position 3. So we put the toy car. So for the toy car, it is at the uphill, and after we place the car, we press start. And you can see that the car will slide down and back to 2000, which means the final answer of this rounding off number will be 2000. So now we will go to the next example, which is round off number 4189 to the nearest 100. So same as the previous example, first we need to determine the rounding place and underline it. And for this question, it requires to round off the number to nearest 100. And now we jot down the number and underline the rounding place, which is 100, and the digit is 1. So we know that the question requires us to make the round off number to nearest 100, which means that we need to keep the last 2 digits by written as 0. So 20 is written, and from here we can know that the answer either will be 4100 if did not round up, or 4200 if it is round up. So I jot out the number here. And next we will look at the next digit of rounding place, which is also the decision place. So it shows that the next number place is tens and the digit is 8, which means that we need to put the toy car at the position 8. And we know that 8 is at the downhill, so after we press start, the car will slide down and move forward to 4,200, which means that the final answer of this example will be 4,200. Okay, so now we will go to the last example, which is round off the number 6,245 to the nearest 10. So same as before, we need to determine the rounding place, which is to the nearest 10, and we write down the number and underline the rounding place tens. So based on the question, we know that if we round to the number to nearest 10, which means we need to keep the only last digit by written as 0. So I wrote a 0 here. And from here, we can know that the possible answer either will be 6,240 if did not round up, or 6,250 if it is round up. So I jot out the number here. And next, we will look at the next digit of rounding place, which is also the decision place. So for the next number place is 1, and the digit show is 5, which means we need to put the toy car at the position 5. And we know that 5 is at the downhill, so after we place the toy car and then press start, the toy car will slide down and move forward to 6,250. So for the final answer of this example is 6,250. Now let's try out a simple test in 10 seconds. So for the answer of this question is 10,000. So congrats if you can get the correct answer. And for those who can't get the correct answer, now I will show the working and explain to you why it is 10,000. I think some of you will get the answer like 9,900 or 91,000 because rounding up to the place given. And maybe most of you can get the correct answer, which is 10,000. So maybe the person that get the wrong answer will ask why it is 10,000. So here I will use the number line to solve the question and explain to you all. And as we look up to the hill, okay, as we look back to the hill, you will notice that for the digit 1 until 4, it is stay at uphill, and for the digit 5 until 9, it is stay at downhill. So now we look back to the number line. So based on the hill that we referred just now, we can separate the number line into two parts, same as the hill. So for the number before 9,950, it need to be round down, and for the other that will be round up to 10,000. So for the number provided is 9,962, and for this number it is located at the right hand side area, which means that this number is closer to 10,000 comparing to 9,000. So the answer is supposed to be 10,000. So based on this situation, we also can conclude a rounding off number rule, which is 5 or more let it soar, or 4 or less let it rest. So that's all from my sharing. Thank you so much.